Hello, guys. So, today I wanted to talk about the initial stages of the dark night of the soul and what that implies. Wow, it's a beautiful day. I love the sun. Um, but yeah, I can see that people are starting to experience what I have been experiencing, which is actually as sad as it is to say, it brings me some kind of relief because then I don't feel as crazy as I did before. And quite frankly, I don't know. So yeah, I just want to talk about the initial stages of the dark night of the soul and what that how that happened for me and how that could be happening for you right now maybe. So the first thing is you're gonna like what happened to me was I started slowly losing interest in modern. It's kind of like depression. I started losing interest in normal things, normal activities like going to school and things like that. Yeah, going to work. I just lost all motivation for things. And that's what depression is. That's what basically I would say is dark night of the soul is just it's just a shedding. It's a shedding of old beliefs and things that are no longer serving you. And that's why it's the dark night of the soul, is because it was serving you. Uh, it was supporting you in a way, and now it's not. And that's why it starts to become scary and overwhelming because it's not working anymore. The typical stuff that you do to feel better, the typical activities and things like that, it's just something's off, Something just feels off. You might even begin to feel super suicidal and disconnected from God and the universe or whatever, because that's how I felt. I still feel like that. I still feel like that sometimes. So it's not like and everybody's dark night of the soul is different. It starts at a different age and it ends at a different time. So some people may be in it longer than others, and some people it will be just a year. And I saw a comment one time that said, it was this person that said, sorry, I get paranoid. I should be smoking right now, but yeah, it's kind of you just the person was all like, yeah, I just came out of my dark night of the soul after 4 years. 4 years or something like that. There was a lady that told me that she was depressed for 6 years because her son died. And a dark night of the soul can be triggered by deaths of loved ones. It can be just a big event that happened. Most likely it's a big event that happened and that you just can't seem to get back to your life like usual because the event was so life changing and you haven't integrated it yet into your experience, which understandably so, because normally it's not a joke. It's not just a walk in the park. It could be a divorce. It could be divorce from your family members. It can be a breakup. It can be a breakup with someone that you loved. It can be a lot of crazy things that can start it. Even your eating disorder, it could be getting out of hand. Whatever it is. You drop out of school, you get sick, whatever. It's just the dark night of soul. It's kind of like a detour. I want to call it a long detour where you just kind of sit back and you have to relax and you have to be receptive mode and start learning everything that you can. And it can be hard because there can be a lot of resistance that takes place in your body and in your soul, which is understandable because come on now, nobody plans this. Nobody plans the dark night of the soul. Nobody plans to be depressed. Nobody chooses to just make themselves miserable. Just you know? So there's more I can say about the Dark Night of the Soul, but like the best thing I could say is it's just like it's usually starts with things just not being as fulfilling anymore. It could be a really scary thing, you know, because it can get really deep, deeper than you think. Especially like for me, I guess what was the most painful thing, what was the most painful was like my childhood traumas. That's what was the most traumatizing for me because it's just like I wanted to leave. I'd rather just leave that shit in the past, you know. I didn't want to relive it, and I ended up reliving it, and in like the most craziest way possible. Like I lost family members in ways that I can't explain, and my armpits. I got this rash on my armpits. It's doing better now, but man, when I tell you, it's been like months that I had this issue, but whatever, it happens. And so the Dark Night of the Soul, it really just like it crushes you to your core. It's like, and I say it's with like so shallowly, but like it's because you have to experience it for yourself to know what I mean. Like it's just, whew. I'm not gonna tell you not to fight it because that's gonna be up to you. You know, that's gonna be something that you figure out on your own. You realize it's like there's just no fighting it. And Dark Night of the Soul. Only tips I have is like self-care, you know, and good luck with that because when you're going through the Dark Night of the Soul, you're not gonna want to do self-care. You're not gonna want to take care of yourself. You're gonna want to just lay on the bed and just die. And in that case, call the suicidal hotline or call me. I would put my number on here, but I don't want annoying guys like calling me just to like talk, because I do that. I do like service work. Like I talk to guys just because they're lonely, and I'm lonely too, but like it's like a kind of a thing like I've always done in my life. I always communicated with people who are alone. But like I also don't like when people like are always calling me. It's like, okay, that's enough. You know what I mean? But yeah, I guess the biggest tip I could give for Dark Nights of the Soul is to not lie to yourself about how you feel and to make a friend. That it can be just any friend. Manifest a friendship, and this would be a really good time to start practicing your manifesting skills, to start getting in touch with your power as like someone who is active in their life. But you know what though? I'm not even mad at you because I'm still figuring that shit out for myself. It's pretty crazy. I okay. Cuz I can manifest simple things, but I know what I have struggled with is money. I have issues with money, but that's also because I have issues with receiving love, and I'm getting through that right now. And just layers of abuse that I have to shed and let go of. Stories. Stories in my head about why things happened the way they did, like negative stories tied into it. Some supplements you can take if you're going through like a really rough time. So some L-tryptophan, Turkey has it, and L-tyrosine. That's really good. I take 500 mg. I take 100. No, I take 1000 mg of both daily, and it has helped me a lot. Omega-3 too, flaxseed oil. That's really good for your brain. Exercise can help, but don't force it, obviously, because that's just gonna depress. You're gonna get more depressed. So you don't have to force exercise. Just don't. If you don't want to exercise, don't do it. Just like meditate or something. Do something you like to do. Do things that. And if you're so depressed to the point where you can't even do anything, the best thing you could do is just like sit in that dark space and just like lay there and accept that you want to kill yourself and you want to die and you feel alone and you feel abandoned and you feel neglected. That's like the best way that you could handle that. At least that's for me. That's what helped. I had to like soothe myself. I had to cultivate love and feeling love for myself when I really felt like I didn't deserve it and felt like everything was just going wrong. And I still feel like that, but that's not gonna stop me from living, you know? I still feel depressed every day. It may not seem like it because I'm just very like joyful, but damn, like if I could, I kind of want to cry now because I'm telling you how I feel, I really feel inside. And the fact that, you know, I'm not getting my issues resolved because, I mean, I'm gonna go get a therapist, so don't comment on me, get a therapist. Like, I'm gonna go get one, okay? So stop telling me to get a therapist. Like, I'm gonna go get one. The thing is, what you guys don't understand is I was so fragmented, I was so split in my identity that I couldn't even talk to a therapist. Like, I talked to a therapist, but my mom had to call her and bring her because of how fucked up I was. I think you guys underestimate. You guys think I just need like a little band-aid. And no, dude, there was so much. I was fucked up. I did not even know. I still don't know who I am. I still don't know. And I don't mean that in like, I'm like, you just are never gonna understand me, and that's fine. You're just never gonna understand me, and that's fine. That's all I'm gonna say. So, therapy will help me. I'm gonna sign up for therapy. I already signed up for it like 7 months ago, and like it didn't work out. I ended up going to my sister's. She picked me up, and I was gonna live with her, and shit got crazy. It didn't work out. I ended up coming back. Therapy. Yeah, because the most painful thing is not having resolve for my issues, like my problems, my pains. Like, there's just no resolve. There's just no explanation. It's just kind of like, okay, so now what? What do I do now? Like, what's the point of life? Like, I suffered my whole life, and now I'm just not suffering anymore. Like, do you get what I mean? Like, okay, like, what was the point of all that? Now what? How does that tie into my purpose? And how can I feel like myself again when everything just tore me down? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do I feel like Nylea again when I feel like everything was taken from me, literally? It's just like no attachment. But then how am I going to form a relationship if I have no attachment? If I lose my attachment to people and things so much, that's not healthy. So that's what I'm trying to recover again, is being able to trust, you know, that root chakra work. It's like being able to trust that everything is going to be there, you know, that what I need will be supplied. Security, because my mom always moved a lot when I was a kid. She would always move, and I always felt like not safe, because it's like you never know when we're going to leave, and then I'm going to have to get all my shit, and then I'm going to have to go, you know? So stuff like that made me not want to move at all, like a finger, like, and like just like being told what to do all the time at the clinics, like do this, do that, clean here, clean that, do this, you're doing this wrong, this is wrong, you're bad, you're a bad person, blah blah blah, you're a sick person, you know, double A and A. Yeah. So, you know, my blessings to you all, especially shout out to the people who feel like that depersonalization disorder thing going on, dissociative also, derealization. I feel you, and like, I feel you, and no need to be scared. You're not like, you're not the only one that has felt that way, and I feel like we can recover. I feel like anything's possible as long as we trust and we're not scared to fail and make a fool, like look like a fool sometimes. So that's all I want to say. And I mean, there's more to it, but I'll just keep updating when I have more to say. because right now I don't. Oh yeah, I had said this though before, to go out in nature, like right here, because it gives you like peace, you know? Even I felt more peace just coming here. So I think I'm gonna go to the gym because exercise is good. But yeah, dude, I feel so depressed. I feel like, but no, yeah, I feel depressed, yeah. I just feel bad that I feel depressed because I feel like it's been years already and you're still depressed. Like, what are you gonna do with yourself? But at least I'm still here, you know?